for giving me this opportunity to interact with, I think, best of the physios. Uh, so basically, what we are trying to do, or what we try to work upon, is to you know have the nutritional intervention uh, for the efforts that you all are putting. How a proper supplementation, or how the specific supplementation can help uh, to help the cause that you all are working. It is basically going to complement your effort by way of specialized supplements. Maybe it's injury prevention, maybe it's performance enhancement, maybe for it is injury management, maybe it is for rehabilitation. As I understand that the group consists of a varied expertise. So I think we can start with right from the point when the child is in the womb of the mother, or we can start with when now even the exercises are being prescribed, or even the physiotherapy sessions are being given for the mothers to be. So how the nutrition can help even at that stage. So we can start with that stage, and gradually we will progress as the child grow older. What are the things, and then what are the products that are being manufactured or formulated for that specific reason. Uh, so to basically, as I understand, there are few who are working on pediatric specialized field, or some are into female specialized field. So let's start with uh, the nutritional need uh, of a mother to be. So what happens when during the pregnancy, you have a lot of requirements for protein, calcium, iron. These are the three major ingredients, I would say, which are normally required for a pregnant woman to have a healthy child that is like to be born. So for that reason, we need to have a specialized supplementation program as well. So for that reason, with whatever the products that are currently available in the market, those are very generalized health, what is the health, general wellness part of it. But the requirement of a mother to be, the requirement of protein is to the tune of 50 to 60 grams per 100 grams is the requirement, while most of the product those are available are just having 20 25 percent of protein in 100 grams. So you end up in utilizing more of the carbohydrates. What we in Indian food we like is majorly the good quality of protein. So we start with, whenever the if you want to have a healthy child, you need to have a be the healthy mother. So we have a specialized formulations for ANC and PNC part of it, where it is enriched with all the required protein requirements, and it has to be easily digestible also. Now there is a lot of nausea happening during this stage, during the pregnancy part of it. You don't feel eating or having heavy foods, but at the same time you need to have an adequate amount of protein. So for that reason, we have a specialized formulation for uh, pregnant women. Next stage is the lactating woman. Now, what happens during the lactation period? Most of the mothers, which are when the child is in the womb, they will take all adequate care, because they think that if they don't take care of themselves, it is directly going to affect the child. So they take adequate care during the pregnancy part. But immediately after the pregnancy, when the child is born, the entire focus is on the baby. The mother forgets that it is equally important to stay healthy, because if the lactation is not properly provided to the child, his health is going to deteriorate, or is not going to be healthy baby. So to have a proper lactation, again, nutrition plays a very vital role. So it needs to have, so the during lactation period, your protein requirement is more than your pregnancy period. Let's understand. If the requirement of pregnant woman is 50 grams, then if she is lactating, then her requirement is about 55 to 60 grams per 100 grams of protein what she is consuming, and that also a good quality protein. And when I say good quality protein, mostly it should be whey based. So, and it should be, without any chemicals, preservatives, and otherwise. So, so this is equally important. So, what we have is ANC supplements and PNC supplements specialized for this population. Now, once a child is born, I think, up to year 3 years of age. Of course, we have the Cerelac and all kind of baby foods and other things are recommended, and those are all consumed by it is provided to the kid by parents. Uh, the important aspect again is between 3 years to 8 years of age. What happens between this 3 years to 8 years is, the boys and girls normally, it's the major growth that takes place about his development is between 3 years to 8 years. And then the school also starts. He has to play, he has to study, he has to, so everything starts simultaneously, and the major motor qualities are being getting developed. So he needs to be stronger enough. What happens again during this period? We tend to give only milk or kind of boost or Bormita just to add a little bit taste to the milk. That's only what the mothers or the generally the kids are taking. They try to take eggs also, but then you know how many eggs, the taste is not yet developed for to consume more amount of eggs, chicken and fish and other non-vegetarian sources are also not consumed in that quantity. But the requirement of protein is much more even during this stage. So if it is a grown-up boy or a man, he would require about 0.8 grams of protein for his a regular maintenance. But during age groups between 3 to 8 years, your requirement is about 1.5 to 2 grams of protein per kg body weight. So this is equivalent to any high intense athlete or the high level athlete requirement is up to 1.5 to 2 grams of protein. So same requirement is for the kids between 2 to 3 to 8 years. But we need to understand that even during this period, you would require protein, but this protein is not the same as what is required by the senior athlete, the senior age group, I would say. Even in at that stage also, the whey plays very important role, whey protein again. But whey protein, generally what you get in the market, it is called as whey concentrate or whey isolate, which is not suitable for this tender age of 3 to 8 years. So what needs to be provided to them, it is called as demineralized whey. So all the heavy metals are removed. All the it is more of the pure form of protein, which is easy to digest. Even a part of it, or in a small quantity, even Cerelac do have demineralized whey proteins. Even if you look at few ads recently, Boost or Bournvita or Horlicks. Now Horlicks has started putting a little bit of whey, demineralized whey into their product. But again, that quantity is not sufficient for this particular age group. So what we have done is to have the healthy baby between 3 to 8 years, whether it is boy or girl. We have specialized formulation for this age group called as NutraKid 3 to 8. Now the next again critical age is between 8 to 15. Why I'm taking you to the different stages of a person, right from when he's in the womb, and then we are taking it to a next level, so as to understand that his need differs, and the product that is basically given has to be also different as per his age specificity. If you are giving Horlicks and Bournvita to a and considering that or even Protein X, I would say, so it contains about 25 grams of protein. That also mostly the products which are available in the market contain soya isolate as a major ingredient, as a whey protein source. So if you are working as a wellness supplement that might be taken for short duration, then it might be useful. But if you are giving to these on continuous basis, you need to have a protein which is complete protein, and whey protein is specifically the complete protein product. So coming back to age group between 8 to 15, boys and girls grow differently. The need are different. Their harmonic changes takes place. The girls are, the maturity is much faster than boys. It's almost about 1 to 2 years faster than boys. Boys would require more of the calcium. Girls would require more of the iron part. Of course, they would all both age group, both the genders would require a good amount of protein, but one needs to have a more of the calcium, another has to be more of the iron part of it. So we need to have a specialized formulation. Now the question might come that whatever being given to 3 to 8, is it not the same product suitable in the larger quantities, suitable for 8 to 15? The answer is no, because in this age group particularly, again your requirement is not uh, uh, zero point 0.8 or 1 gram, but your requirement is about 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein. But now this protein needs to be of a better quality than demineralized. So a part of concentrate is also required. Arginine helps in a faster development growth also. So, and the natural arginine would come basically from sprouted wheat. So between 8 to 15 age group, what we have done, and this is a flagship product what we have developed, and this is the product by which the company started its activity. So, and in no one in India, I would say, or even globally, we have not found anybody who is making supplements specifically for this age group as 8 to 15. So we have a specialized nutritional supplement for age group for boys and for girls up to 15 years. So during the same age group, you start playing also. So I'm basically, just trying to uh, uh, throw some light upon importance of nutrition with reference to physiotherapy population. What happens between age group 8 to 15? Most of the games start at as early as 3 to 4 years nowadays, but you tend to be a more sport specific, or one specific sport is being uh, what we say it's decided at age between 8 to 10 years or 10 to 12 years, when you try to play a specific game if you are excelling into that area. So during this area also you would require more kind of
अरे बहुत
specialized
दिनों
protein. Yeah.
गुस्सा हो गए थे जब इसे तो मंडी में बोलत नहीं आते समझा ही नहीं
Yeah. So specifically, the requirement is different between age group 8 to 15, and more specific when you are into active sports. You need to have a good amount of protein. You need to have good amount of carbohydrates. If you are training hard, then you need to have a combination of protein and carbohydrates, which I explained in detail during last presentation. But yes, you need to have a proper nutrition planning if you are into sports. And sports and injury is a part. It goes hand in hand. So what happens during this age? A lot of injuries, because the players are they just started to play, or they are just trying to reach the elite level, where the trainings are hard, intense. There's a lot of fallout. There are a lot of injuries happening between age group 8 to 15, I would say, or 8 to 19, to be very specific. So during this age group, you don't tend to give them protein because of the fear that my child is not into bodybuilding, my child is not into weight training, so my child will not need any kind of protein or other fiber. But considering the need, and if you understand the Indian diet part of it, it is all carbs. You go from east, west, north, south, all our diet is majorly carb based diet. We hardly have any protein. Even if you are non-vegetarian, you tend to आज मंगलवार है, आज शुक्रवार है, आज शनिवार है, इसलिए हम घर पे नॉनवेज नहीं बनाएंगे. So this kind of things are definitely there. Along with that, we also tend to eat more of the chicken curry rather than the chicken breast or otherwise which has more protein. So even in the non-vegetarian population, the protein deficiency has been seen. Forget about the vegetarian part of it. Vegetarian populations are far prone to protein deficient also, because they eat the protein what they get is only from paneer or from milk or from wheat. But how much and what is the bioavailability is a concern to them. Even though this protein, I would, I just wanted to bring one point on the table, that we are not advocating any supplement part of it. It is supplements are supplementary. It cannot replace your basic food. but at the same time, it needs to be understood that